Fenway Panthers are the girls Division IV state champions here in 2012. Hello, Boston. Welcome to the TD Garden, home of the Boston Celtics for the 2013 Boys Division II State Semifinals as the Brighton Bengals take on the Scituate Sailors. Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Flaherty, along with my partner, as always, Alan Platten. Alan, the Brighton Bengals made it this far last year and then got to the state championship. They lost in the state championship, left a bitter taste in their mouth. They're now back here at the TD Garden trying to get back.
Talking about it, you're right.
That's right.
And let's not forget, you go to the state championship one year, there's never a guarantee you're even going to get close to next year.
Right.
So Brighton really needs to be given a lot of credit for getting this far here to the TD Garden, to the Eastern Mass Final, which is basically the overall state semifinal.
Definitely see that Malik James did get the shot, or at least the kind of play that he wanted. Just came up a little bit short.
Open space, but again, right, he's put out so much effort this fourth quarter.
So now David Cox, the senior for Scituate, misses the first.
That's his first miss of the night.
He has been automatic from the line, but not that time. He'll have one more to make it a three-point ball game. Oh, good on the second. It's knocked out of bounds. Back to Brighton.
Wow. That's what happens. You try to overcompensate. See, he missed the first one long, and he shot that one short. Now Cox is going to stay on James.
13 seconds left to go in regulation. Malik James. And they're going to call a foul.
Well, Malik is going to go to the line, but it's only 1-1. He's going to have a chance to tie the game, but he's got to make them both. There you see, he stepped in that time. O'Toole tried to draw the foul, but instead he is still on the move.
So James at the free throw line, shooting 1-1. Coming back in is Ben McClary for Scituate. Malik James shooting 1-1. Hits the first. Big free throw from Malik James.
Now, the reason why that's so big is because now you can still play the foul game even if he misses this one because you're only down one. Obviously, if he makes it, you just play straight up because you get a tie game.
This to tie it up at 52. And he does.
Drained them both. And Brighton takes a timeout defensively.
James now with 18 points.
None bigger than those last two.
My goodness.
He's saying forget the other 16. Those are the two we needed.
We saw Malik really struggle at the free throw line in that city championship game. Throughout the tournament, he's been a little bit better, and we saw it right there.
Oh, well, again, you talk about senior leadership. He's only a junior, but because he's the point guard, right? That's what I was going to say. Because he's a point guard, he's a veteran guy. He's probably played as many games as the seniors on this team. So you look for him for leadership, and believe me, it's no surprise. It's not an accident that Brighton went through that bad stretch in the third quarter when he was just out of it. He was yelling at his teammates. He had a couple of bad turnovers, missed some shots. But once he decided, I'm just going to play and play hard, he got steals, he got assists, and most importantly, he got points. Now it's going to be key here because you're talking about a situation where you may be facing overtime. James is going to come out. It's really a tough choice because with 4 fouls, he's going to be out there for this last 8 seconds. See, all you're going to do is play straight up. They
get it into O'Toole. 6 seconds left. O'Toole gets it stolen away. Malik James down the other end. Scores the bucket for Brighton with 1.2 left on the clock.
Give his teammate, I think it was Hogan, who came up for the double team. It's an amazing situation. I tell you, if you're Scituate, you have got to be. They're taking their last time out right now.
I think Malik also got fouled
he
on
did.
that
He
play.
did. Watch right here. Again, yeah, you see O2 lean in. It's the foul. It's unbelievable. But again, I say I was questioning whether he should be in there for his last 8 seconds because you know that Scituate was going to just try to find a play. But they're missing Okunye, who fouled out. He may have been the one bringing it up, or Cox. Now, Brighton did a good job of denying Cox the ball, so O2 brought it up. A second defender for Brighton came out. I think it might have been Nate Hogan, and that's the one who forced O2 to turn the ball toward James into his body for the steal.
What a turnaround here from Malik James. Really the first 3 quarters, he really had a tough time getting his offense going. Wasn't really in the flow. Now he's got 20 points, hits 2 huge free throws, hits the go-ahead basket with a second .2 left on the clock, and can now make it a 3-point game if he can finish his free throw.
Well, either way, I mean, there's only 1.2 left. That's what the timeout was for. Scituate now knows what the play is. Cox is at half court. He's probably going to get a long pass. Make or miss this. I mean, I don't know, Malik may just miss it on purpose.
Knocks it down. 1.2 left. It's tapped away by Brighton. What a game here at the TD Garden. The Brighton Bengals are heading back to the state championship. We're back here at the TD Garden at the conclusion of the boys Division II state semifinals. The Brighton Bengals squeezing by the Scituate Sailors here in a thriller here at the TD Garden. And let's try to figure out who our MVP is going to be. Who do you think it's going to be, Alan?
Malik's over there catching his breath with Seth.
Let's give him a couple seconds.
And, of course, a very hoarse head coach, Hugh Coleman. But I tell you, it's an amazing performance, and deservedly we have a chance to talk to Malik for a minute.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky, who is with Malik James and Hugh Coleman. Seth?
And I'm joined by Malik James, our MVP, and head coach Hugh Coleman. Malik, you're sitting on the bench with those 4 fouls. Your team's down by double digits. You're begging your coaches to come in, and obviously it made all the difference. When you think about this fourth quarter, that last bucket and those free throws, how much emotion is going through this setting with so many fans here and it being the biggest setting in Boston?
First of all, I want to thank God, my coaches, everybody, all our fans. It was a lot of emotion because if we was gonna go down right here tonight, I didn't want to lose with me being on the bench with 4 fouls. And I know I was hurting my team by reaching, getting those 4 fouls, and I was just hurting my team by just sitting on the bench without. And I know they need me, I need them. So, I mean, I didn't just want the season to end here. We worked so hard to climb this mountain again and come back to this position. And this time I don't want to end so quickly. I want to go all the way and win the whole thing.
You capped it off with that N1 opportunity at the very end. How much were you trying to slow yourself down and make sure that you just hit the layup before the buzzer?
It was a fast-paced game, and I just gathered myself. I mean, I just did whatever I could do possible for us to get this win. Really, that's about it.
Last year, you seemed like a team of destiny and fell them hard. How much did this feel like that game, and what were you trying to tell your teammates?
I was just giving them encouragement. Like, we was down 2, when we was down 5, I'm like, guys, we still got it. It's our last year, all here together. So, and we got to go out with a bang. We got to keep fighting, because if we didn't, I mean, we was gonna lose. So, yeah, I just kept encouraging them, and the words of encouragement worked.
Well, it certainly did. Thanks so much, Malik James, our MVP. We'll bring in head coach Hugh Coleman now. A very emotional Hugh Coleman. And Hugh, we talked at halftime, and you said the guys had to avoid the fouls. Obviously, that wasn't the case. How important was Malik? He's been proving himself all season long, but over that final stretch and leading guys over the hump in a game that really, with 4 minutes to go, didn't seem like it was going to go your way.
He's a special player. And what I said at halftime and what I was feeling is that you can't wait. Like, don't try to get a feel. Slow starts can last the entire game. And then with Malik, you know, sitting him on the bench, we didn't want him to get a foul, but I know that it burns him. So it just builds up in him the kind of energy I want all the time. I try to coach that way. I look crazy out there sometimes because I coach with that fire. I build it up. So I want the guys to learn to play that way so that, you know what, we give ourselves the best possible chance from the beginning of the game. So we were able to get it out when we needed it the most.
Coach, he's sitting there on the floor with those 4 fouls. He's begging you to come back in. How much does he mean, not just as a player, but as a leader on this squad that's back to the DCU Center for the 2nd straight year?
You know, he's the most important player when it comes to basketball on this team. He does everything for us. He gives the guys confidence. He gives them this motivation, this fire that, you know what, anything's possible because he has the skill. So I need him focused all the time. I need him with me. And you know what? He did it when we needed to do it. Survive in advance. One more to go.
Congratulations, Hugh. One more, and that would be the first state title in Brighton history. We'll see it all on Saturday. Pat and Allen,